brag about it. I'm waiting for the person to take you serious.
Yeah, here he is. So nice looking place, cover shot from the front there. And as we get into it, that's your septic system. Now, you didn't have a septic test on here. If your bank or somebody says they have to have that, let me know. I'll write you up. You don't have any issues. I will say, when I first got here, he walked up behind me, and I just bent down by the front door. You got the clean out. There's a clean out right by the front door, so you run a snake to the tank. And I got a whiff that smelled like sewer, but it went right away. So I don't know, maybe because I was standing over that and the wind was blowing the right way or something, but just keep your nose ready for that kind of thing. I didn't see any issues with any of it out there, though. All right. So just keep all the vegetation trimmed back. At this point, it's not bad. You're talking about an 18-inch cap, so you don't hold moisture. Makes a great place for people to hide. There's the clean out I'm talking about. I kind of got that whiff. So our deck at the front were nailed to the post. They didn't use any joist hangers. A little bit of the concrete's getting washed out right there, so we might want to repack around that. I think it's good and strong. They didn't use joist hangers, kind of old school building. You can see some of the wood boring bees on this deck at the front. They're really bad here at the back, of course. I'm sure you've seen that. Excuse me. Steps were okay. So we're ground fault protected everywhere. But the one at the front, it's got the reset, but when I hit my button, it doesn't trip off. So I got power, but it's not tripping off when I test it. They're about 15 bucks. You might want to switch that out at some point. A little bit of vinyl siding loose there at the front. I'm going too fast for you. I'm
Nope.
writing down. Okay.
You're fine.
Nice frost-free hose bibs. That's awesome. There's no bulb at the front, so I couldn't test that and make sure it works. Walks were all nice all the way around the place. No issues there. Coming around the drive side. And then this deck, I'm sure you've seen the boards already up there at the top. And then it has gotten racked. Like if you look over at this side, the whole thing's kind of done that. Storm doors are beyond what we're supposed to comment, but I threw a report of verbiage in there that says that door's warped, the storm door. All right, coming around the back then, nice underground electrical service. So this crawl space vent, I got signs of some previous flooding in that crawl. Not bad, but like on the block piers, it's up about, I don't know, maybe 6 inches or so. Good and dry under there now with all the rain that we've had. I think because of that, somebody's put a bucket in the ground and they got a drain that runs out the back, and there is water actually running out that right now. So I think maybe that was a smart move. But if it were me, I'd do like one of those half moon retaining rings right here. And you could backfill against that and let that water flow away instead of inviting it into the crawl space. The rest of them were fine. A little, weed eater ding or lawnmower through a rock or something, cosmetic stuff. So if you look, that whole thing's kind of racked that way. And the wood boring bees are working on it pretty bad on the other side. So this thing doesn't seal in there properly. It'd be nice to get that all sealed up so bugs and critters and whatever can't get in there. Coming around the other side was nice. Arco Air had a 20-degree difference between supply and return right in the pocket. That's excellent. 2016, so you got plenty of life left on that. Freon lines are nice. Safety disconnect, you can kill the power right there if you need to by the unit. And then this is the condensate line. So it'd be nice if this was out and away from the home about a 6 foot. There's a ton of water that comes out of that thing and it's going right back in the crawl because I don't know where else to go. So if you extended that on out, it'd be smart. And then the spray foam, over time, that'll turn rusty colored and you can just kind of walk up to it and wipe it off. So if you trim that back with a good carpenter's knife and then paint it, that paint will protect it from the sunlight. That's what does that to that. So at some point you might do that. Gutters are good and clean. Nice dimensional shingles, one layer. I didn't have any issues up there. You get plenty of life left in these. They're wet, so they're kind of hard to judge, but I'm saying 10 years at most. Okay, plumbing vents, the only protrusion through the roof looked really good, but I do have the antenna they got up there. They got the cable laying across there, so when the wind blows, we're rubbing the granules off. So you might try to get that off there. Take it down, under the soffit and around or something. Nice programmable digital stat. There's the wood boring bee damage at the back there. Pretty bad. So there's my temp check, 69 at the return and 49 at supply. That's excellent. And then Cutler hammer, 200 amp, nice aluminum service coming in, 200 amp main breaker. And then you've got both the solid strain ground and that they require on these modular homes to have that secondary ground. All looked really good. Any issues with any of that? The only issue I had in there, this is the top GFCI breaker. And I think it says for the one of the bedrooms. And so when I tested, it doesn't trip off. So I'll put in the report as a repair replace thing to get it corrected. Just know today they don't do these anymore because they're such a freaking hassle. Every time you flip on the switch and get a little spark, it kicks the thing off. So today they've done away with them. But back in the day, that was required on all your bedrooms and what have you. So for what it's worth, I'm gonna put it in there as a repair replace, but I wouldn't sweat it. Okay. All right. Again, just switching back to heat. 40-gallon state. The only thing I had to say on this at the top left here, pretty corroded right there. Nothing's wet when I touch it, but obviously we got some kind of seepage going on there. So probably want to get that corrected. I didn't see a date on the thing either. So that laundry room door, this is called a door stop basically right here. And so the door misses it. So what I'm afraid of, especially got kids, they're going to shut that door. It's going to come past and yank the hinges right out of the wall. So just another little piece right there to stop the door would be smart. Hose bibs are all good. I would throw those rubber hoses away. Each of the braided steel. They'll last you forever. These will bite you when you're on vacation for some reason. Always seems to happen. Dryer vent straight to the wall. That's nice. And then Arco air again on the furnace. No issues. The thing looks awesome. Your filters up there in the ceiling. So I'm going to switch that out every 30 days. Condensate line look good. This little, so when you open that closet up, you'll see this get up. That right there, you can turn and pull up out of there. And so this fall, when you're going to shut that AC down for the year, dump about a tablespoon of bleach in that, and that keeps that condensate from gelling up in your lines and clogging. So all nice. I didn't have any issues. A-Cool looks like it's a brand spanking new. Blower motor's good and clean. All the electrical components look good. All nice. Up in the attic, nice engineered truss system, which is excellent. OSB plywood, metal H clips where they put that together. Insulated really well, except the hatch to get up in there in that closet. There's nothing on the back of that, so a piece of styrofoam or something would be smart. So I didn't have any issues up there. Insulated really well. So we're missing some of the trim work. I honestly, I don't know what's holding that in place right now. When I drop it down there, it's just sitting there. So usually it's resting on this, well, all that goes with it when you pick it up. So
Right.
you might want to do something about that. Hall bathroom, sink was good, didn't have any leaks anywhere. So this receptacle in the hall is tied to the GFCI receptacle in the master, and it won't trip off just like the one outside. It's still got power, but it won't trip off. So it's not tripping off in there either. So if you fix that one, it'll fix this. Okay. Okay. Commode. I had to hold the handle to get it to flush, so I might want to do some adjustments there. Inside tank parts look good. Shut off valves there. Good pressure at the tub and shower. Drained okay. I would caulk around the top of it when you get in here just to save it. And both of the fans in both bathrooms are a little noisy, so probably need to be cleaned out. Master was really nice. I got a little bit of water starting to trickle out of the top of the filler tube right there. So keep a close eye on it. It may work fine this way forever, but I have seen them start spraying up on the lid. They run over down on the floor and you don't know it, and then you got issues. So $12. All right. Shut off was all good there. Good pressure again. Hot's on the left everywhere. The stopper doesn't work in the master. You should find another house. I mean, really. Okay, no leaks, all good. So there's the ground fault I just talked about. It's working both the baths. Good pressure again. That commode was fine. Another noisy vent fan. Bedrooms are all nice. Got smoke detectors throughout. All the windows work fine. So this is this bedroom at the front left, if you will. And in my report, when I say left, right, rear, I'm talking about standing outside looking at the front door.
Right.
So this would be the left front bedroom. And I think the picture doesn't show it, but the paint's bubbling up right there. They probably left the window open when it was raining. It got wet. So just so you know, it's cosmetic. The other bathroom or bedroom was nice. Didn't have any issues in the interior here. So that's the broken light switch that I don't know what it does. Maybe it works the receptacle down below. That's possible. You might ask them, but the switch is broke off.
Okay.
Still works. Weather stripping around the front door would be a smart idea. Got a pretty good gap there. And then our hump down the center. So with these, it's not uncommon to get that. You got that main girder that runs down to support everything, and they get a little high right there. Or over time, common settlement happens, and you get that little bow going on. So I am not structurally concerned about that. At least it's not here where the table's at. So, okay. But it'll be in your report if you want to have it checked out, but I'm really not concerned. Kitchen was nice. Dishwasher went through a cycle for me. Stove and oven good and hot, vent and light, all good. Good pressure again at the sink. Same thing at the kitchen window, a little bubbling there. No leaks anywhere. All nice. There's your torn floor. And now I'm getting in the crawl. So getting that door to fasten would be smart. And I think that's why when I first go in, I got a little bit of water right there because it's able to get around that door. And then all the plumbing throughout, all PVC, checked out okay. Don't have any issues with any of that. Nice block period down the center. You can kind of see my mud line there where we've been wet before. Now granted, some of that is the masonry soaking that up.
So it's all covered down there?
It is. Good and dry too. I mean, I got a couple of spots, nice plastic barrier all the way underneath. A few places where there's some breach, so you might get you some Gorilla tape and some plastic and just seal those back up. Another one right there. And so this is a little bit of water that I got in the center, and I think that's coming from sweating down there, like that plastic. If you don't have good ventilation, kind of drip. I didn't see anything causing it. I couldn't say, yep, there's a leak or anything like that. This is my biggest concern, and this is the plenum. So where your furnace sits, all the air is being forced down and out through the ductwork or up and through the ductwork. And so right there, when I crawl up on that, I'm getting hit in the face with cold air. So we're cooling the crawl space right now. So all that needs to be sealed back up. I get an HVAC guy out here, and maybe there's a breach in it somewhere. There's got to be. I wouldn't be getting that in all. It needs to be wrapped back up there. And then right under that, I got water. And again, I think you see how this is discolored. So I think that cold air hitting that, what have you, is causing it to sweat, dripping down there to collect a little water underneath of it. Okay. So you can see where it's been flooded in the past. It's showing that good and dry right now, though. There's my water lines again, just up close. Cover shot down the other side, nice and dry. Pretty nice, guys. Main water shut off. So it'd be nice if you maybe at some point you would bring the main shut off up here like in the laundry room or something. So you got to shut it down real quick because at this point you got to go in there all the way down to this end if you need to shut it down fast. Matter of fact, you might be better off finding out where the meter base is and you can shut it off there if you had to in a hurry. So there's what I'm talking about. They made like a little drain to go out the back, and I've actually got water running under that through that right now, so it's doing its job. And they probably did that because of flooding. So those are your pictures. Nice place, man. Nice place.
So let me